I played piano for about 10 years before I ever tried producing my own songs, and I still had no idea what I was doing when I first started. Making your own music is a completely different skill, and in this video, I will show you why. So, number 1, playing someone else's music is different than creating your own from ideas in your head. Traditional piano taught me how to read and make sounds based on music that someone else had already written. And this was fun, but when it came to music production, creating music within a software required me to listen in a different way. Producing music, which is making music within a music creation software, forced me to listen to music differently. I was not listening to reproduce or replicate. Rather, I was listening to pull elements that I enjoyed from my favorite songs in order to incorporate them into my own ideas and into my own music so that I could create something that's mine. That was a harder transition than I thought it would be. I had to learn how to separate the different layers within a song, like break it up into its different instruments when I was listening to it, rather than being able to just listen to a song and just replicate it on the piano like I had done before. Number 2, I was only dealing with one instrument at a time compared to dealing with the sounds of 5 to 20 instruments at a time. Do I know how to play 5 to 20 instruments at a time? No, absolutely do not. But the beauty of music production and the music creation software is that it allows you to make music using instruments you may never touch in your life. I had to learn how to manipulate the sounds of these instruments that I had never played, and some of them I had never heard before, in order to create a sound that I was interested in and that sounded decent. Don't get me wrong, I still play piano, but that's a big mind switch. Number 3, I did not need software to play piano. However, I did need it to make music within the field of music production. Because there are instruments available in the music creation software that, although I could play with them on the keyboard, I would not have the same opportunity and ease to combine them as I am in the music creation software. Number 4, although my piano experience allowed me to skip a lot of the line when it came to music foundation basics, I still had to learn how to translate those basics into something usable in the production space. It wasn't as simple anymore as playing something with my left hand versus playing something with my right hand. Rather, I had to learn how to separate those elements into different instruments. Music foundations are so important because they are universal across the board, and they are key in allowing you to make those music making decisions. Number 5, I had absolutely no idea how to finish a song. I knew how to improvise, a little bit like making your own music, but on the piano, and it's just playing a flow from your head without any sheet music. There's not really necessarily a structure when it comes to improvisation. But with production, it's more structured because I was used to playing like classical type music. Think of Beethoven. Very different structure than modern music. It took a switcheroo in order to be able to create that for myself. Even though listening to a lot of music had helped get me started within that. Number 6, practice looked completely different. So with piano, I could drill the same part 50 times and get better. But with production, repetition does not work in the same way. You have to learn by finishing songs rather than just repeating sections over and over. I still struggle with breaking that cycle and making sure that I'm finishing songs, not just starting them. Very important skill to have. And then number 7, I was used to instant feedback. When you hit a note wrong on the piano, you know immediately, especially if you are following what's called sheet music. It's the language of music, basically, that it shows you what notes to play at what point, at what time. But in production, you could spend an hour going in the wrong direction before knowing that there's a problem. there are more ways that things could go wrong. It could be the notes that are just not working. It could be the sounds themselves. It could be how the sounds are combined together. And that is why understanding musical decision making is so important. Music production is just more flexible when it comes to making songs. By having those extra possibilities when it comes to instruments and being able to combine them, there are more ways that I can create music than what I can create with just playing piano. So that is why I love production. Now, I just want to note that none of these things are bad. They're just different. So if you've never played an instrument before, or you're wondering what direction you want to go in music, this is meant to give you more information to make a decision. So I still love playing piano, and although it's very related to music, they're just not the same. If you want to see how I learned music production and start for yourself, check out this video. Okay, see you in the next one. Bye.